Good morning, dear students. In the last mathematics session, we were studying about kinds of quadrilaterals. In that, we come across many types of quadrilaterals, parallelograms, trapezium, rhombus, kite, etc. Isn't it? And we studied about the important properties of those kinds of quadrilaterals. Among those properties, here one more property is there, diagonals of a parallelogram. Let us know more about it. Even in a parallelogram, in general, diagonals may not be equal always. There is no need of equality of the diagonals in any parallelograms. For example, it may be in a square and all, it may be equal. But in general, when we say in a parallelogram, it may not be equal always. But the diagonals may not be equal, but diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, children. They always bisect each other. When two diagonals are drawn, you can observe here, children, when in a quadrilateral, that is in a parallelogram, if you draw two diagonals, always they may not be equal. Depending upon the type of the parallelogram, it may not be equal, but they bisect each other. You can observe here, BD is the diagonal, AC is the diagonal. They are bisecting each other at O. Can you see, children, here? At O, they are bisecting each other. So, here, you can say that they bisect each other means what is the meaning? They are intersecting each other equal proportion. That is, AO is equal to OC or CO, children. You observe here, AO is equal to CO. And also, BO is equal to OD. This portion, see here, this portion equal to this one. This portion is equal to this one. In this way, we can understand. This is the property of a diagonals of a parallelogram related to that. Okay. So, they bisect each other. Related to that, let us try to solve one sum. Okay. Example 1. HELP is a parallelogram. Here you can observe, children, HELP is a parallelogram. Here they gave one of the part of the diagonal, that is OE is equal to 4 centimeter. You can observe here, children, OE is equal to 4 centimeter. They gave only that much. HL is 5 more than PE. HL is 5 more than PE. Observe here, HL, the length HI, that is diagonal HL, is 5 more than PE. We have to find out OH. Find OH. So, let us start solving it. Now, in HELP is a parallelogram. In that, what is given? OE is equal to 4 centimeter. Therefore, what happens according to this property, diagonals of a property, diagonals of a parallelogram, diagonal property of a parallelogram, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. We can use that here. OE is equal to 4 centimeter. Therefore, OP is also equal to 4 centimeter. Therefore, what happens? Now, full length of diagonal, let us take. PE is equal to what, children? PE is equal to OP plus OE. So, OP is also 4. This is also 4. Totally 8 centimeter. PE is 8 centimeter. But what is given here? HL is 5 more than PE. Therefore, HL is equal to 5 more than PE. That is, HL is 5 more than PE. Therefore, PE we found out here. PE is equal to how much? We found out here. Right? PE is equal to 8 centimeter. It is 5 more than PE. So, HL is equal to 8 plus 5. Right, children? Yes. HL is equal to 13 centimeter. So, this is HL. But we have to find out OH, children. HL full length is known. But we want to know OH. So, half of that, right? According to the property of parallelogram. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. This full length is given 13 centimeters. So we need to find out OH. Therefore, we want to find out OH. OH is equal to half of, correct? Half of HL, correct, no? So it is half of HL is how much? 13. Half of 13, that is 6.5. 6.5 is the answer. We can find out half of 13, that is 6.5 centimeter. In this way, we can solve this type of sums. But we must know the particular property of that parallelogram. Otherwise, it is difficult to find out. Understood, no? The concept and the steps. Okay, I hope you understood. After studying some of the properties of parallelograms, let us try to solve this 4.3. Some of the problems in this exercise, let us try to do. Not all needed in this one. Only I will tell which one you have to do. Okay, first main. Given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition of property used. Here, you have to write, children, here the diagram. You have to draw the figure and then you can use all the properties till now you studied. Shall we start here? See, first one. AD is equal to dash. AD, children. AD is equal to which one? AD is equal to BC. Which property? Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Correct, no? You have to write. After writing this, you have to write that. What is the reason for that? AD is equal to BC, right? Because opposite sides of a parallelogram. Next, go to second one. Angle DCB. DCB is equal to which one? Another opposite angle, children. In a parallelogram, we know that opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. So, DCB. Which one is the opposite to that? DAB. I must write DAB. DAB. Isn't it? And which is the reason? What is the reason for that? Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. That is the second one. Next, move on to third one. OC is equal to OC. Just now we studied this property. OC is equal to OA. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So OC is equal to OA. Next, fourth one. Angle DAB. DAB plus CDA. DAB. Observe, children, here. You can observe here. DAB means this angle DAB plus CDA. CDA plus they gave. The sum of these two, what are these? They are consecutive angles. Isn't it? They are consecutive. That is, they are adjacent angles. One next to the other, one after the other, they are there. So these two are the adjacent angles. Angle DAB plus CDA. These two angles are adjacent angles. So their sum is always 180 degree. Isn't it, children? Their sum is 180 degree. So they are supplementary. What is the reason you have to write? Adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. In this way you have to write. You have to write down this in your notebook. Exercise 4.3, first main. Next, let us move on to second main, children. In that, consider the following parallelograms. All are parallelograms. Find the values of the unknowns x, y, z. In the last class, we discussed about this type of sums. Not this one, but this type of sums we studied. First one, let us take up here. Very easy. Here, one is given 100 degree. Then, what must be angle y? Angle y must be 100 degree itself because opposite angles are equal. Next, the adjacent angles are supplementary, children. This type of sum we solved already. So, go through that once. In your notes you wrote. Go through that once and you can apply that for solving this. Okay. You can use that knowledge here. So, angle DAB plus ABC is equal to 180 degree. Just now I mentioned there in the first main of this one itself, isn't it? So here, so angle Z plus angle 100 is equal to 180 degree. So then Z is equal to how much comes? 180 minus 100, so it is 80 degree. If this angle is 80 degree, then opposite angle, this also 80 degree. Understanding, no? In this way, how to do this. You can do that in your notes. Next, second main, how to do. In this one, see, these two are supplementary because adjacent angles. Here, observe children, these two are supplementary. So, if this is 50 degree, 50 plus x is equal to 180. That step you have to do. 50 in the figure, 50 plus x is equal to 180. So, x is equal to 180 minus 50. 180 minus 50 means how much it is? 130, correct? If this is 130, it's opposite angle. So, this is also 130 degree opposite angle. For the steps, you go through whichever sums I did in the previous classes. Please go through that. Then only you can able to do this. Okay. Next, 130. Okay. Here, now what happened? This is this much. Here we have to find out one more angle is there. Which type of angle this is? This is exterior angle. That also we come across. So now let us, this is a quadrilateral or parallelogram. In a parallelogram or a quadrilateral, the sum of all the angles is 180 degree. So add all these 130 plus 130 plus 50. So add all the angles. This one we don't know. This angle we don't know. So 130, 130, 50. And the sum of these you have to subtract by 360. Correct? The sum is 360. No? The sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral is 360. So, 360 minus 130, 130 plus 50. 130, 130, 260. 260 plus 50. 310. So, 360 minus 310. How much it is again? Or not needed this children. Directly you can, should we use this type? Easily we can write. If this is 50, what about this one? 50 directly you can write. I was checking you how you can do this. This need not do. What we can do? Directly we can do that children here. How? There they are opposite angles here. You can do this here. If this is 50 degree, this is 50 degree because their opposite angles are equal. So here what you have to do? Linear pair again. 50 plus z is equal to 180. Linear pair. Reason is linear pair. So what happened here? Z is equal to 180 minus 50. That is again how much we are getting? 180 minus 50. How much we are getting? 130. So this is how much here? 130 degree. So like that we can find out. This becomes how much now? 130 degree. Understood no? Yes. Now third one let us move on to. Here in the third one, what happened here? Here little observe children. This quadrilateral, that is a parallelogram they gave. Let us try to solve this third one here. We have to find out x, y and z. Only given is 30 degree. But here one symbol is given. You can observe children. This symbol, if it is a symbol like this, what does it simplify? That is what does this symbolize? This symbolizes that they are right angle, 90 degree. So here it is 90 degree children. So solution how we can do? In the second main we are going to do this solution. Let us do how to do. So here if you want to be easier you can give the name also for these vertices. Now here this is 30, this is x, this is y. So let me give the name for this A, B, C, D. This is O. Okay. Now in this one you observe children, here this is a 30 they gave and here this is 90. See children, angle they gave, angle BOC, angle B in the figure in the figure, angle BOC is equal to 90 degree, correct? BOC is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, angle AOD is also equal to 90 degree, children, because vertically opposite angle. Did you come across this? Vertically opposite angles. In your lower classes, you come across this. In your lower classes, you come across this. Angle AOD is equal to 90 degree. When two, like this, when two line segments intersect like this, whichever formed opposite to each other, these two are known as vertical opposite. So here also into mark is there, here this equal to this. So this becomes 90 degree. Now in triangle, here one triangle is there, you can see, I think. In triangle AOD, therefore what happened? In a triangle, the sum of all the angles, you know, 180 degree. We know now this x is equal to, therefore what happened? Angle x becomes 90 degree here, right? Angle AOD means that is x. X is equal to 90 degree. So let me take this AOD. In this angle x plus angle y plus angle 30 is equal to 180 degree. So here x is 90. Angle y don't know. Angle 30, that is 30 degree, 180 degree. Now we need what? Y plus these two we can add. 90 plus 30, 120. Y is equal to, what we can write now? Y is equal to 180 minus 120. Correct, children? Yes. Y is equal to 180 minus 120, 60 degree. Y we got? X we got here. X became 90 degree because of vertical opposite angles. Here, the triangle, in a triangle, angle sum property we used. X plus Y plus 30. So, we got y is equal to 60 degree, children. X plus y plus 30. X plus y plus 30. Y got 60 degree. Isn't it, children? And observe, children, when two lines intersect like this, in the Z-shaped whichever angle, when two lines are intersected by a line segment like this, we get sometimes Z-shaped angle. Here you can see, I think, a Z-shaped angle. Always these two angles are equal. In your 7th standard you studied, I hope. This is known as alternate angles. This type of Z-shaped angles are known as alternate angles when two lines are intersected by a line. So here Z-shaped angle you can see, children. Here Z-shaped, whichever Z. Not only this, reverse Z also can be possible, like this. Whichever angles formed there, they are equal. That we can use here, children. How we can use? You observe here, Y we got now 60 degree. Now you consider this Z. This Z, correct? Here there is the formation of Z shape. Can you see here? This way, this one and this one. So, in that, here in this shape it is there. So, this angle and this angle. So, this angle is Y. Here this angle is Y. So, this Z is there. No, this is Z. So, Y is equal to 60 degree. Therefore, what happened? Therefore, Z is also equal to 60 degree. What is the reason for this? Alternate angles. Because they are alternate angles. In this way, we can find out. Understood, children? In this way, we can do that. Next, let us move on to next one here. Here, this is also easily you can do, I think. Here it is, they gave 80 degree. They gave 80 degree for this. Here it is 80 degree. So, these two are supplementary. So, x plus 80 is equal to 180. Therefore, x is equal to 180 minus 80, that is 100. If you get this as 100, this also becomes 100, opposite angles of a parallelogram. And this is 80 degree, so this becomes 80 degree. Y we got. And these two are supplementary, that is a linear pair. Supplementary means their sum is 180 degree. So, these two are linear pairs. Here, we can get z plus 100 is equal to 180. Therefore, what happened here? Z is equal to 180 minus 100, that is 80 degree. In that way, you have to do. Next one also, same type. Here observe, this is a parallelogram. Here this they gave 112. So this becomes 112 obviously because they are opposite angles of a parallelogram. And this is, you observe children, this is 112, this is 40. In this triangle, as I did in this sum, you can use that as a triangle here. In a triangle, the sum of all the angles is 180 degrees. So what happened? 180 minus the sum of these two. 112 plus 40, 152. 180 minus 152. So you are getting 28 degree. This x as 28 degree. And you observe children again Z-shaped angle. Here you can observe Z-shaped angle like this. So here. So this is x, that is 28 degree we got. Here that is Z. So Z also must become how much? 28 degree. Correct, no? This you can do, I hope. Because I showed you how to do the sum in one example. This is an example. You can follow the methods and go through the earlier sums. I did some example sums. Follow those methods. And till from next, 3rd to 8th need not do. Look at this. 3rd to 8th need not do. 3rd to 7th need not do. 8th one I am one sum I will do. 2 sums are there. One sum I will do. I have to do the other one. Okay. Now let me take down this. That is 8th main. In that second one, children. Second one. They gave one parallelogram here. You can observe here. Here there is a parallelogram. They gave a parallelogram. I am going to do now 8th main. Can you observe here? 8th main I am doing here now. In this one, second one I will do. You can do the first one, I think. Second one I will explain first. Then I will explain first one. See here, children. Second one. This is named as SRUN. Correct, no? SRUN. 8th main, second one. Now here they gave this as 20 in centimeters. They are all. And here they gave x plus y. And this is 16. And this is y plus 7. They gave like this, children. Here they gave like this. How we can do this then? Here see, in a parallelogram, I told you that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So these parts are there, no? Here if you give the name as O in the middle, O, RO is equal to ON. That is 16 is equal to x plus y. In the figure, how you can do solution? Let me do the solution for this sum. Solution. In the figure, you observe, children, x plus y is equal to 16. Why x plus y is equal to 16? The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Bisect each other. This is the reason for that. So, x plus y is equal to 16. And also another one. This is, let it be equation number 1. Let us take this as equation number 1. Okay. Now let us consider another one here. Another one. Y plus 7 is equal to 20. Same reason, children. Y plus 7 is equal to 20. Also, y plus 7 is equal to 20. The reason is same reason, children, as before. This reason only you have to write here. Y plus 7 is equal to 20. Let me find out y is equal to 20 minus 7. Correct? 20 minus 7, that is 13. Y is equal to 13. Y value we got 13. Okay. Y value over. Now we need what? x value. So let us substitute this value. Now let us substitute the value of y in equation number 1. How we can do that? Substituting y equal to 13 in equation 1. How we can do that? Here what is the equation 1 here, children? Observe. Take down that. Here it is x plus y is equal to 16. X plus y is equal to 16 is the equation number 1. So y is equal to 13 is equal to 16. X is equal to 16 minus 13, that is 3. X is equal to 3. In this way you can solve this. Easy, no? You have to use the property, but here you have to use the property of diagonals. Diagonals bisect each other in a parallelogram. Now let us take up this one. Here observe, children, in this sum, you can see here, in this one, opposite sides are equal. That property you have to use, children, here. We have to find out x and y here. You use the property opposite sides are equal. So you write GU is equal to SN, that is 3y minus 1 is equal to 26, and GS is equal to UN, 3x is equal to 18. Find the value of x first and then substitute x over. Substituting not necessary here. Directly you can do this one. First x, 3x is equal to 18 you do. Find the value of x, x is equal to. And then here 3y minus 1 is equal to 26. Thereby you find out the y value. Finished there. Which property is used? Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Okay? Yes. And the ninth one need not do here. Ninth one need not do. This not necessary. And from third to 7th also not necessary. Third main to 7th main not necessary to do. That much only in this lesson you have to do, children. Exercise. In this exercise you have to do that much only. In this exercise 4.3, first main, second main and 8th main. This much is a homework for you. In those I did the 2 sums for you as examples. Okay. Other remaining sums you have to do in your notebook.